A combative Doron Jorden Kolman walked into the Barrie courthouse today for a small claims court proceeding. With a longtime friend, he admits, loaned him money 2.5 years ago. A debt Kolman concedes he has not repaid the plaintiff, who says the debt has grown to more than $35,000 with interest factored in. Acting on his own behalf, the disgraced former lawyer told the court, "I have never denied liability. I consent to judgment," adding, "They want to teach Mr. Kolman a lesson because I'm the bad guy." Kolman's wife, Suzanne Ranella, is also listed as a defendant in the case. The plaintiff, Nicholas Sardone, argues Kolman promised to pay him back the money in 3 months, and Ranella signed Kolman's promissory note to guarantee the loan.
Do you have anything to say about this litigation?
That it has nothing to do with me and I get dragged into everything.
Kolman claims he doesn't have the money and can barely afford paying his bills, telling the court he is on ODSP and can only afford paying between $100 and $200 a month, saying the unfortunate reality is it would take him about 30 years to repay the loan. Once a practicing lawyer, Kolman turned to a life of crime about 25 years ago, fueled by his gambling addiction. Kolman lost his license after being found guilty of defrauding 20 clients out of more than $1.2 million. After serving his sentence, Kolman was arrested again. In 2015, Kolman was one of 19 men arrested in an operation led by the RCMP, targeting the Ndrangheta criminal organization in York Region and the GTA. Kolman pleaded guilty to counseling in the commission of an offense of extortion for a criminal organization and was sentenced to 10 months behind bars. 2 years ago, Kolman spent 40 days in jail, bailed out by his surety after police in Wasaga Beach pulled him over with a now convicted drug dealer. Police charged Kolman with having loaded guns, ammo, cocaine, and opioids with him for the purpose of trafficking the drugs. Months later, all his charges were dropped when police couldn't tie his fingerprints to the guns and drugs found in the car. Sardone's paralegal Matthew Lund says his client has learned his lesson after trusting Kolman would pay him back.
Make sure that you have a clear and concise contract and that the person that you are lending money to doesn't have such a long and storied history of ripping so many people off.
Counsel for the plaintiff saying if a settlement hasn't been reached before then, the matter is expected to continue in 3 to 5 months with trial. Mike Arsledy, CTV News, Barrie.